I'm seeing a whole bunch of videos, this Roe versus Wade thing got everybody all excited, you know what I'm saying, in bad ways, pretty much for the most part. I'm seeing, I'm not gonna sit here and first things first, you sitting there like this Joker be always wearing the same shirts we be seeing him on his videos. True. This is why, because I'm not the type of person to go out giving these people all my goddamn money to wear a different goddamn um, garment every day of the month or the year, or whatever like that. So yeah, you may see me with the same shit on a couple of times, but guess what? My shit smell like game. You know what I'm saying? So now we established that. This Roe versus Wade thing, I'm not going to pretend to know the law, all this. All I know is it's about abortion, stopping abortion, which they did in a couple of states. The main narrative, of course, for most people, especially if you're on conspiracy stuff, the biggest truth seeker was good. The main narrative, of course, is people thinking population control. So the idea of population control, and how are they preventing people from having abortions to get rid of jokers to when they're born? This is the thing. Whether you realize it or not, no, I don't got no hard data to back this up, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think more babies are born due to irresponsibility and negligence than anything else. Meaning that if you know there's an abortion available, you're not going to think twice about having unprotected sex, whether a man or a woman whether you're a man or a woman who is cool with getting abortions. You're not going to think twice about having unprotected sex if you know you got money to pay for an abortion. Not that you just want to be having abortions, either person, but it's like, you know, if it worst come to worst, go down to the, you know what I'm saying, to the doctor's office, get rid of the joker. He's going a couple $100. I'm good. But if you know you don't have that option to do that no more, I think this is reverse psychology. I think they're trying to stop population from growing by people knowing that you don't have the option to just run around having sex and then get an abortion if you want. But I tell you what, for me, you know what I'm saying? I have lived and died by abortions 100% since I've been a joker out here having sex. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple of chicks have a couple abortions throughout my life, and I don't got nothing against abortion at all. I feel like if either person don't want to have a baby, get rid of the joker ASAP. You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, a person like me walking around with that ideology, I got money for an abortion, I get a chick pregnant, we just go to the abortion, it is what it is. Now, for a person like me, this is what I'm saying, this is where the reverse psychology kicks in. If I know I don't have the option, just do that, take a chick down to the thing and get an abortion, I will 100% be more careful about having unprotected sex with whoever I have unprotected sex with, whether it's a random person, a person I've been with for a while, a person that I'm in a relationship with, a person who, you know what I'm saying, on all grounds covered. I think it's going to make people, I think it's an attempt to make people be more cautious about having unprotected sex. I don't really think it's about trying to stop people from getting abortions so the population can raise. Because there is a theory and there is definitely some context and truth to the fact of white folks are disappearing off this planet. I think white folks, the average white person, I think, is 60 something years old, I think, in America. As compared to like the average Latino or the average black is like probably 20, you know what I'm saying? 20 years old. That's how many more, that's how much faster the reproduction rate from Latinos and blacks is compared to white folks. The average white person is about 90 goddamn years old right now. So I think this is reverse psychology, Joker. This is not them trying to make sure people can't get rid of babies. This is them attempting to control the population by trying to make people be more responsible, if you understand what I'm saying. That's what I think this really could be about. I mean, yeah, definitely the thing with the white people with the their population going down. I'm not discounting that. I'm not discounting that can be the factor. You know what I'm saying? That could really be what it is. But part of me tells me is what I'm kind of saying. I don't know, because the thing is, you never can take what these people tell you at face value as being what it is. There's always something different. Whatever they show you is not ever what it really is. You know what I'm saying? They go like this, Joker, look at my hand, but they really trying to hide is their back from you looking at their goddamn back, because they want you to look here so you don't look the hell over there. You know what I'm saying? That's what it has always been about. It's just as simple as that. And hit the goddamn like button. For Pete's sake, do something positive. You probably ain't doing shit all day in your house Saturday morning eating a goddamn bowl of cereal, smoking a blunt, watching this dumbass video, wasting time. So hit the goddamn like button for Pete's sake, if nothing else. Low Blow Champ said more money from child support, daycare, etc. Kids generate a ton of revenue. Things happen, but people need to be more responsible. Definitely, all that is definitely true. Baby 9 says hit that goddamn like button. Be good said it. It's the my body choice thing. This lays legal groundwork for mandates. That's the other part of it too. What this also is doing is taking control of your body, taking control of your rights to operate your own body. You know what I'm saying? Like in some countries in China, don't quote me, but I think you got to get permission to have more than one kid or something like that. You can only have either one child or one boy and one girl, and if you try to have more, you got to get permissions and stuff like that. So definitely that could be another part of it, putting mandates on your body. You know what I'm saying? And where does that lead to? That leads to a whole bunch of different other stuff. We already seen them come out and say they're trying to, the World Health Organization is something to do with taking control of your sovereignty, your citizenship. So that stuff along mixed with this it's spelling out, you know what I'm saying? It spells out what's to come. And this is the other thing people don't realize. I was saying this the whole time, the whole Trump thing, regardless of what your politics are. The one thing that Trump was putting there to do, if nothing else, one of his agendas. Kimberly Frazier, how you doing? Crazy times we're in, and go subscribe to Kimberly Frazier's channel if you haven't. One thing that I always said from the beginning of Trump's presidency, regardless of your politics or not, Trump's main objective was to divide the people. Because look how this played out. All the division that really there's always been a certain level of division, you know what I'm saying? But when Trump came into office, everything was brought out to the forefront. We have never had so many groups be labeled in the history of America besides until Trump came in. You know what I'm saying? Now that all these different groups have been identified and labeled, now we're all broken up in a whole bunch of different segments. So the old school trick, of course, one of the strategies that still works to this day, obviously, is divide and conquer. That's just been a tactic they've been using since day one. So now that we're all totally divided on every single which way you can possibly think of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even realize that LGBT, I realize now, like from watching the Dave Chappelle thing, you would think they all get along. Even them are divided. The L's, all the letters in the LGBT don't even get along. So look how divided everything has been. They produced a reason for everybody to be divided in every segment and every step of the way. And now that plan has been executed, the division, now they coming in with this extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody said earlier, Be Good said this could be aiming to putting mandates on your actual body. Your body was already under laws mandated to an extent already, as far as like the reason why you can't kill people. It ain't because they care about people getting killed. It's because your body is already property of the government. So you taking somebody out without permission or the authority to do so, you are harming private property. You know what I'm saying? So there's always been a segment of that in general, and of course slavery and stuff like that. But this is done, like I said, now that they have divided everybody to the max, that we could, like I said, there's always been division, there's always been black and white, racism. We're not acting like it ain't never been there. But when Trump came in here, one of his jobs was to bring everything into the forefront so tempers can be raised as high as possible. Tension can be to the highest extent. Now that's where we're at. So now they're coming in with this new stuff that we can't combat because, Joker, we are all separated on 1,000 different sections. like I said, even within the LGBT, there's some of them even within the black community. You look at black people in general. Now we got you either a foundational black American or you're a foreign. And like I said, I consider myself to be a foundational black American. So I'm not saying that that's like not the thing to be a part of or championing, but at the same time, what I'm saying is every segment of every group is divided even within itself now. So like I said, now that the plan has worked, all the division is at its max length. Now they're coming in with this extra new stuff because we're too divided to fight back anything at this point. It would take an actual natural disaster or something extremely extreme for people to get on the same board and on the same accord and try to start being together for something. Because even this Roe versus Wade thing, I didn't even realize it was so politicized. I'm not even sure what side it's supposed to be, the Democrats or Republicans or whatever. I'm not sure what it's like for. I don't even know about that. But at the end of the day, it's retarded to label this as a political side, whether you're a Republican or Democrat. I don't care what you are. You either can be for it or not. Like how do you put this ideology of how you feel about it on a side of a political party when this got nothing to do with politics? This got to do with you as a human goddamn being. You can be a Republican or a Democrat and feel the same way or the opposite way about this issue either way. That's how far divided this shit has become. You know what I'm saying? And that's how trick people are. If you ask me, Joker, I see a lot of people nowadays coming into this talking about don't vote unless we get tangible stuff and all this, which is the goddamn truth. But if you've been following me for the motherfucking since I've been into the YouTube from day one, I told y'all jokers from the fucking door, don't ever this voting shit don't mean shit. And I caught tons of backlash when I first started saying that on my last channel, and that's when my shit started getting fucked with too. When I put a video out showing how Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton was related. Why I said the voting process was bullshit. That was the first video that I noticed on my last channel that started acting funny with the numbers. The very first one. Made a video saying Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are related by blood. All that shit y'all was seeing, the back and forth campaigning, the debate, that shit was all baloney. Once I made that video, that was the first video I made that started messing up my channel. So, and I've been saying that since then. This voting shit is nonsense. People are going to try to scare you into voting Republican, Democrat. Think about it as an everyday average black person. If the person you don't want to get in office don't get in there, what is going to be different about your life that it has not already been? Not a goddamn thing. We are already in the position we're at. We didn't have Republicans in there. We didn't have Democrats in there. We didn't have black in there, white in there. The average everyday black American's life has not changed one bit for the better. You know what I'm saying? So don't let somebody scare you into the don't go vote. And I remember when I was saying that shit at first, Roland Martin, all these jokers out here. Now, but I'm not now. At the same time, if a candidate comes along that seems like they may be worth voting for because of what they're saying, it won't hurt to go out and vote for them because just to do it and see what happens. And then that will give us further proof if that candidate gets voted in with all that shit, the good stuff he's telling us and gets voted in there and it don't work and they don't do it. That gives us further proof that the voting process is nonsense anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's about it, man. But I think this shit could be some reverse psychology to make people more responsible about having unprotected sex. And they hope that that will probably bring the population down as well. But like I said, a joker like me, if I'm a single person, if I'm out on my own doing what I want to do, and I know the option of abortion ain't there, then goddamn it, I'm gonna be 10 times more careful about whoever I have sex with being protected and all that extra shit. Just on that part of it, not even talking about the disease part of it, just on the aspect of having a baby, because I'm living proof of a person that lived by that, you know what I'm saying, idea, and then ended up having a baby with somebody who I thought was on the same page as me, but then ended up refusing not to have an abortion. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Say what you want, you know what I'm saying? Say it sound bad, but I was pretty much forced into having a baby with a chick that I damn sure didn't think it would end up doing that. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, a female ain't gonna do it. You can't force them to do it. So, like I said, a person like me, this would tell a person like me, you better be way more goddamn careful about who you decide to have sex with and have a baby, or even just have sex with. You know what I'm saying? So, for right now in Pennsylvania, where I'm at, is not. They still got abortions here, but for some states already. This is another thing I just heard somebody say on a different channel, a little joke. You know what I'm saying? But if you in one of these states that banned abortion, and all of a sudden she said she need to go on a trip without you, Joker, that means she going to Pennsylvania or one of these other states to get that thing done. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for that. That's some new shit to look out for. But that's about it, man. Shout out to everybody that came through.